Yeah, probably if you want to get a low boy, that'd be cool.
All right. Let's get this one. This one's
Okay.
get it in black so it matches your.
Sweet.
All right.
Need to bring my truck down here now.
Yeah, I got it down back here. It's one that has the flip down ramps on the back.
Cool.
Hey Robert, how you doing?
Hey, Rob.
And when you connect to it, you'll be able to extend the sides if you need to.
Nice.
And I think this one has load locking on it.
All right, I'm gonna jump in my truck and bring it down here. I'm just gonna leave this fertilizer tanker where it's at.
All right. Other potatoes.
I gotta figure out where the heck I'm at.
Potatoes.
Okay, not too far.
Knocked over.
On my way.
Let's see. Yep, I think it did. Let's look. Yep, it poured in. All right, guys, so we're going to be planting potatoes today. We're going to do some work over at the pig farm. And to plant, we're going to use this Ford TW35 in the in-game potato planter. Hey, Colby, how are you doing?
Hey, guys.
I'm joined with my son temporarily until my wife gets home, so he wanted to drive this tractor a little bit.
Cool.
You want to go
Haven't been out
inside?
planting the field before? No it.
He's driving it around the parking lot now. Patrick, mommy's home. Okay. All right, his mother came home, so now he's lost interest.
Mommy.
All right, this thing needs liquid fertilizer, so I guess when you pull it up by that tanker, and you can fill it up with liquid fertilizer.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see what's going on with her, and then I'm gonna teleport up to the pig farm.
Okay.
Because I was
tractor up there and waiting on you.
yeah, because obviously everybody watching the stream's gonna be seeing my view, and if I'm just standing here down at the store for like 10 minutes, it's not gonna be that interesting.
Right.
But if I come up here to where you're gonna be planting, we're gonna put potatoes in this little field 6
Okay.
up here by the pig shed.
All right.
So I'm looking at that now, and what the heck? I might as well enable fly mode and just hover above the sky. Then I'll be back once I figure out what's going on.
All right.
All right, guys. I'll be right back, but you'll be able to watch Rockhound in a few minutes.
I'll be there shortly. Alright, got her loaded up. Her down. Alright, got her loaded up, locked down, ready to roll. And like you said, we're fixing to plant some potatoes. Well, I am. Get my way back up to the field. Gotta get some fertilizer in this thing. Alright, fertilizer tanks. Offload this tractor. get some fertilizer, and get to work.
Hey everybody, I'm back.
Welcome back, bud. I got her up here by the fertilizer tank, fixing to get some fertilizer in this thing.
Alright, I was going to say, where the heck are you at? Oh, there you are.
Loading up fertilizer now.
So, what do women do the best? Three guesses.
Cook.
No.
That's one guess. Let somebody else guess.
Okay, well, it has to do with their mouth. And what do they do when multiple women get together?
Talk.
That's right, and they don't stop talking.
They call it a sewing circle, don't they?
So, that's what she was doing for the last hour, was sitting out in the middle of a parking lot talking in the middle of the dark.
Oh. You said field 6, right, bud?
Yeah, it's up here, right up behind you. What do you think of the Ford?
I like it. Okay, I see it now. I like it.
So I had thought, and I need to apologize to the guys in stream, because when I took my headset off, I didn't mute the mic because for some odd reason I was thinking I was still on push to talk. But obviously I wasn't, so he just started.
It was running.
Now it's not. Now it is. There you goes.
That's weird.
I got duals just for you.
Well, thank you, sir. I like it. Give me more traction in the ground.
How'd you like the low boy?
Oh, that low boy, sweet.
You can even move the ramps in and out on the back.
I've seen that. I've seen that. I widened them out to get the so the tires would ride up them properly. I didn't want to be falling off.
So I figured we did work up at the cow farm the other day. We would maybe do some planning down here at the pig farm today.
Oh yeah. All right, that's just little field near next to the farm, right?
Yep, because we know how much root crops produce, and we know how little pigs actually consume.
Yeah.
So that field will basically last like, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 pigs.
Nice.
More pigs than we'll ever have. Let's see here. I know that thing's going to put fertilizer down.
Yeah, I'm setting
Good.
up GPS.
It's on 2 stages of fertilizer, so that'll put it up to 3.
Cool.
And hopefully we got enough potato in there. I put, what, 6,000 liters in it?
Yep.
Tiger Man wants to know who's in the truck. Or tractor. Rockhound's in there.
Fixing to get some potatoes in the ground.
Tiger Man was the winner. He said they gab the best.
Yep. All right, boss. Here we go.
All right, let's see if that thing pulls it. It should. There it goes. Back end tires are spinning a little bit.
Yeah, I could probably use the front weight on it.
It doesn't.
Yeah, look how it's pulling to the side.
Is it?
Yeah.
I see a crab walking there.
Yep. Thank God for GPS, buddy.
Well, it's got a front weight modeled.
I
Maybe it doesn't have enough weight on it.
Yeah.
Can't put a front weight on it.
Yep.
Well, if it doesn't work, we'll
let GPS. I'll take let GPS handle it.
if it doesn't work, we'll sell it and get something else.
Okay. You can bring up my my John Deere if you want to. If we have too much trouble.
Yeah, it's right over here across the way. I think part of the deal is that particular tractor is not four-wheel drive.
Ah,
At least it's not supposed to be four-wheel drive.
right. Yeah, them tires are definitely spinning.
But it's getting the job done.
Oh yeah, at 3 miles an hour.
You're doing 4.6.
Ah, okay, went up. Now it's 5. There you go.
You're going downhill.
Yeah, we were going uphill there at the beginning of that return trip.
All right, so we can put in, we can put canola in, wheat, barley, or potatoes, grass or sugar beets, or grass or poplar. We're kind of waiting for it to warm up to get to our main crops. So we've already got, let's see here, we got, what do we have? We got oat, barley, and wheat already planted. So now it's just canola. We can put canola in on this field 9 across the street. Want to.
This thing will not back up.
Alright, you gonna give up on it?
Nope, I had to hit the space bar, I think. Nope. Yeah, it won't back up, but
Oh.
yeah. Not with that machine on it.
That's odd. No, we don't have any livestock yet.
It won't back up for me at all.
Alright.
Let me jump out of it, you try it. Back right up for you.
That's the way it works. Yeah, I don't have drive control. No having to shift in reverse. Let's see how this thing is on. Oh yeah, that's funny.
Is poplar a real life crop? Poplar, to me, is a tree. We plant trees.
Alright, you can use your John Deere.
Alright.
That should have done it because that was 186 horsepower, but and the Cedar took 170, but maybe it's because it was rear-wheel drive only, it wasn't tracking. Maybe it's because it was too heavy. But that overpowered tractor there should be able to do wonders with that. Poplar is a real tree. I don't know if they necessarily grow them for the purpose of making wood chips. I do know that they are a real tree. You're not able to reverse on that one either?
My machine will not back up for me. I don't know, it must be my keyboard might be broke. I was able to back the truck up.
Double tap.
Backup lights are on.
Yeah, double tap it.
Nothing.
Right here.
That's weird. I was just playing on my other map a while ago. It was working fine.
See if you can back up that truck.
No. Yep, no problem.
Oh. Alright, well, I'll plant this. It's no big deal.
Alright, what do you want me to do?
We could plant something in that field behind me, field 5, or we could just start cultivating the well, I got the tractor. You could start cultivating in the John Deere, and I can join you in a little bit.
That's fine. What about a cloth? Cloth available?
Yeah, the closses are available. You can put them on and do a follow me and just start cultivating if you want. This won't take long, obviously, because it's just the smallest field on the map, I think.
Right.
So I know people that cut poplar, but they cut it for board lumber. And make like 2x4s out of it.
Right.
Because it's a soft wood. But they don't necessarily grow it for the purpose of making pulp or anything. They probably, I think it's a fairly fast growing tree. So you could probably grow it for the purpose of making paper.
Right.
You know, the pulp for the paper.
I'll go ahead and jump in this articulating John Deere you got over here with this cultivator on it. What field needs to be cultivated?
The one that's parked in.
Oh yeah, this just plowed, isn't it?
Hey Eli, how are you doing?
How you doing, Eli?
I think it's cool how you can fill the potato planter with potatoes that you've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you could fill it with seed too, I guess, but on my
Not sure how they. I think they actually use the potato to grow the new plant with. Because
yeah.
If notice you leave your potatoes in the cupboard too long, they start growing.
Yeah, if you take a regular potato and you wait until they sprout what they call little eyes, little plant, and then you can cut it up into little chunks, and as long and you put a chunk that has an eye in the ground, it'll grow into a potato plant.
Yep.
So I think that's cool how they basically replicate that.
Yeah.
With this, and that you can. It's the only crop in the game that you can actually use what you've harvested to replant. Tiger Man's got a 4-year-old daughter who wanted to say hi. Hey Emma, how are you doing?
Hi Emma.
Hey Mark, how you doing? Nobody was talking to you until you said, "Hey, what's up?" And speaking of taters, I've been on the hunt for a decent potato harvester for my Churn Valley or Churn Farm series.
Yeah.
I discovered the other day in the 3 Dudes multiplayer server that the pull behind potato harvester that's in game is about the awfulest thing in the world. I thought it would be like the pull behind beet harvester because you had to have a topper, but apparently the potato topper is like 3 meters, but the potato harvester is like 1.5 or something.
Oh man.
So
you got to do 3 times the work almost.
So you top more than you can actually harvest. And then, at least for me visually, I couldn't tell what I've harvested or not harvested because I couldn't see
a change in it.
The texture change from the topped texture to the harvested texture. So then I'm like, well, how do I even know where I've been now?
Right.
So we quickly sold that and got the self-propelled.
Cool.
But I don't want to use the self-propelled on the series because it's kind of big for those fields, and the whole purpose of 24 days is as you can just take your time.
Right.
So I think I'm going to use the. I know that there's a mod that's basically a little pull behind lifter that basically digs the potatoes up and plops them on the ground.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use that one. And then they got this cool new conveyor that you pull on a tractor that picks them up off the ground and puts them in a tipper.
Tipper, yeah.
But I got to see if I can get it to work with Follow Me.
Right.
If not, I might have to recruit somebody to come in and help.
Gotcha.
What's up, Mark?
Howdy, Mark.
Ganja Magic says he couldn't get the map to work.
Huh.
Were you getting some errors, or did it just not load up on you? Alright, well, that's one potato field planted.
Wait. That'll feed the pigs for a while, won't it?
Well, that'll put more potatoes than we ever need for the pigs. Don't need that.
Sell it.
What we're going to do as soon as I find it. And we only owned it for 0.2 hours, so we basically used it for free.
Get your money back.
The only thing we lose is the cost of the potatoes that were still in the seeder.
Right.
Planter, or whatever you want to call it. Once I figure out where you are, we're going to switch tractors.
Yeah, you can come down here and get this John Deere.
Where are you at?
In the bottom corner of that field.
Alright, well, I'm up here at the top. Well, I see you down there.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up this little cove over here.
I'm doing these little fingers, I call them.
Yeah.
Little random offshoots.
That's where I'm at, down this bottom lower.
So, hey, Dr. Zorly, how you doing? So
hey,
one thing that I know that I've seen with some folks when they have a map that doesn't load, it's, do you use Courseplay at all? Did you have Courseplay activated? The particular tractor I'm driving is a Rockhound Special. It's an 8000 series John Deere that's been reworked with custom wide tires, a black paint scheme, a Rockhound graphic on the side. Oh, there you are.
Yep.
I will switch.
And get back in my Cadillac here.
Oh, you didn't like the rough ride of this thing? with its leather seat?
Oh yeah, very comfortable.
Multiple LED or LCD screens.
Yep. Very nice. You ever notice my LCD screens in my tractor?
No, I didn't go in them. I probably have seen it, I just didn't pay attention.
It's got a lot of IC options in it.
I saw a video that Duck Zorly got himself a new Big M.
I'll have to check that out.
it's kind of an inside joke between some three dudes. But I nearly literally fell on the floor, rolled on the ground laughing.
Cool. I gotta see it.
Oh, you turned on my beacons.
Oh yeah, I want you to be able to see me when I'm working.
Beacons for safety.
When I get lost.
I'll turn on the super bright blue headlights or whatever these things have. Finishing those little fingers down there.
Yeah, I got the fingers covered.
Is that what you called the Big M that that you were gifted? The Eustace? Well, I asked about courseplay because there was a guy that put a thread up over at PCSG. Was trying to open Cherry Hills, and the game would never load for him. It just froze. But if he unchecked courseplay, it would load just fine. So he was pretty sure that there was a conflict between courseplay and the map, and lots of us that were playing the map were telling him that no, we were using courseplay on the map just fine and had no issues that we had seen. But it turned out that he had, at some point in time, or in some way, had a corrupted course that was associated with the map that was causing it not to load. So he went in and deleted all the courseplay courses that was associated with the map, and that corrected the issue. So now whenever I have someone that says they can't get a map to load, that's one of the first things I ask them, just to see if maybe by some odd chance maybe they had a different version of the map, and they or a different version of courseplay, and they updated it, and somehow one of the saved courses didn't jive with either the new map or the new version of courseplay.
That would do it.
That done. I was asking you, Duck Zorly, if you named the new Big M the Eustace, because you put in there that you can't believe that I called Eustace a joke. So I figure you must have named your new Big M after its creator. I think this field with canola would look nice because you got the multi-tiers here. You got the yellow canola multi-tiered.
Yeah.
Now this cultivator doesn't float as well as I had thought it did.
No, it just pivots in the middle.
There were a couple sections of the field that I was doing earlier in the day that it skipped. I had to go back and get from a different angle because the undulations in the field were just a little bit too much for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop here and wait for you to catch up. Well, I got a course play GPS loaded in if you want to try and pick it up.
Oh, I'm right behind you. Are you gonna start making straight shots?
Yeah, I got one laid in right now. I'm gonna skip one and come back to you.
I clicked my little shopping cart. I got it. I think it's funny, the copy GPS course is a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Robert says, or Kiwi Rob says he got the hotspot to work.
Cool. Good deal.
So he was wanting to contact you on Discord, and
Yeah, I got a hold of him.
I was giving him ideas on how to get a hold of you, and he was having
He found
issues.
me.
So
Found me. Yeah, we did. We talked for a good hour last night.
so I invited him into the Farmer Klein Discord, and then obviously you were already there, so he could just direct message you that way.
Yep. Worked out great. Thank you.
So have you had a chance to put any more time over on the 3 Dude server?
Not me, no.
So I think I'm going to try to establish Saturday as the 3 Dude streaming day.
Cool. I can do that.
The tractor I am in is available over at the American Eagles Modding. It's also on several other sites, but I think I got it from American Eagle Modding. And it is one decked out puppy with eye candy. I've got the captain's chair rotated here. I can actually bring the chair up or back. Lower the steering wheel or raise it up. Tilt the steering wheel. Now this is how Duck Zorly likes to drive. He likes to drive with the steering wheel flat.
On his lap or straight up in the air?
On his Play series, he's got a Kloss 800 or 900 that's got IC in it.
Yeah.
And one of the ICs is a adjustable steering wheel.
Right.
And it defaults to the straight up and down position.
Right.
You know, to give the farmer room to get in and out of the tractor.
Correct.
And he just never remembers to, or never thinks to rotate it down. So when he's driving in cab, it's always rotated down. I joked him one day. I said, "Does that help you hold the steering wheel with your wings?" He says he's got long arms, so yeah, it's comfortable for him. What else we got going on in here? Might actually be it. But I thought I could change the screens here, but that must be a different track. And it's got about 15 different wheel options. So if you want a tractor with narrow wheels, wide wheels, singles, doubles, or triples of all varying widths, this is the tractor for you.
The one I'm driving, the other John Deere, that's my private mod. It's not available for download.
Yeah, he was asking what it was.
Yeah.
I was telling him it was a customized 8000 series. Oh yeah, that's what he just asked about that one.
Yeah. Where
No.
to next, boss?
What's that? One of these other fields that needs cultivated.
Five?
Yeah. This is the tractor that I've got on the tractor that I've got up right here. I'm going to buy it real fast, and I'm going to jump down the store. This is basically the tractor that he's got. That's been tweaked with bigger tires.
Yeah, that's the 8530.
Yeah, the 8530.
I just modified mine.
This one's got a ton of IC in it, and you can add extra stuff. Back when. Turn on the wipers. You had your wipers on the other day when I jumped in it. I had to turn them off. Yeah, so it's this exact tractor that he's just reskinned and put super wide tires on it because he's a modder and he can do cool things like that. I don't remember where I got this from, but I can tell you I just looked it up the other day, and I told somebody in a video comment where I got it from. It's in the 24-day churn farm playlist, and it would have been a video that aired probably in the last week, so that'll narrow it down to about 3. So if you look through those, you'll be able to find where I put a link in. We have Britton J. How you doing?
How's it going, Britton J?
Oh, where are you at? Are you on 5?
Yeah, but 5 is already taken care of.
Yeah, 5's done. We got 7, 11, 10, and 8. I'm gonna go down here and get 10. That's the one with the little pole sticking up in the middle. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Nothing more relaxing than than working on the farm here, working on the virtual farm. I tell you, when I was growing up, I didn't really think working on the farm was overly relaxing. Then again, I didn't do any driving in cab with a tractor that actually had a cab in it, so it was outside in the heat of the day, usually in the sun. Not very exciting. Hey, Farmer MH, how are you doing?
I'm in field 7.
Okay. Duck Zorly says, I'm never happy. I'm happy when you don't kill any animals. You said in a video you haven't killed any more recently, so that's good. And someone had asked earlier if we had any animals on the map, and I had told them no. And the reason we don't have any animals at this point is I don't like to buy animals until I can feed them. I don't like to arbitrarily buy in food unless I absolutely have to. So I'm also insanely cheap, and I'd rather not buy animals until I know that they're cheap. So we'll get cows on the 10th day of summer, because that's when they're cheap.
Yep.
And we'll probably get a whole ton of cows because I think somebody was suggesting 100 cows, and I'm thinking that 100 cows is not enough.
You want to get some more than 100?
I think we're
250?
I think we might get 250 cows.
Sweet.
I mean, we got 24 days to feed them.
Yep.
And thanks to a interesting spreadsheet that someone created,
Yeah.
we now know exactly how much food we need to grow. We know how much grass we have to plant, how much corn we need in order to make the silage, in order to make sure they got enough food for a year. So. Now we can plan. And I don't know how big the potato field is there, but I'm pretty sure that potato field can probably satisfy the needs of 1,000 pigs. But we're not going to have 1,000 pigs. Duck Zorly wants 1,000 cows.
1,000 head of cows, huh?
That's crazy talk.
I don't know if the field's big enough to hold 1,000 head of cow.
Well, they don't all spawn in, you know.
I know. But theoretically speaking.
How many did you set to spawn in on Serenity Valley?
I never set a spawn amount. It's just default.
That's whatever the default is.
Yeah.
If you had an opportunity to check out the Stoppenbach map?
No.
So, that map's got some pretty cool innovations.
Does it?
You have to purchase the farms. So,
Oh, heck.
so you get a cow, pig, and sheep farm, but you don't own them. And they're blockaded. They're blocked off with like road barriers.
Right.
And the road barriers have collisions. So
Can't get through to them.
Yeah, they pretty much blocked off every way to get into the farms until you buy them.
Wow.
And when you buy them, then the barriers go down.
Cool.
But what's funny is you can still buy an animal, and they'll still spawn in there.
You just can't feed it.
You just can't get in there to do anything with them. Yeah.
So you're pretty much throwing your money away.
Yeah, if you buy a critter and have it delivered before you own the farm, yeah.
Huh.
And then they got pig fattening and cow fattening areas where you basically grow pigs and grow baby pigs and calves. And you sell them at the meat market.
Cool.
You can all of the industries you have to buy.
Oh, heck.
So BGA, you better buy it because you're not going to be doing any biogas work until you own the thing.
Right.
They got a compost master. You got to buy that before you can do that.
Wow.
They got some logging industry, some timber stuff that you got to own. You got to own the sawmill before you can make pallets of stuff.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
A lot of scripting going on.
And yeah, and you don't own. There's like 160 fields on the map.
Wow.
I don't think there's a blade of grass you can cut without owning it.
Oh my goodness.
So there's no free grass on the map. So it's like, you know, it's either a defined field, or it's a building, or it's a road. It seems like, or it's a forest. You know. And you don't start with any fields.
Oh man, so you pretty much
So you pretty much, because you show up and you make the map however you want it. You buy the fields you want.
Right.
You buy the farms you want. You buy the industries that you want, and whatever else you don't necessarily want to use, you just don't bother with. Now
How much money do you start with?
You start with $200,000.
Okay.
And you start with a fleet of equipment that if you sell it, I think you get like 2.8 million.
Yeah.
So you start with four sets of the exact same bit of equipment. So you start with like 4 little New Holland harvesters, 8 tractors, because there's 2 different tractors that you start with. There's 4. They built some mods into the map, so instead of starting with a pickup, you start with the van.
Oh, okay.
So you start with 4 vans, 4 tippers. So everything's in groups of 4. So if you sell all of that, you have like 2.8 million to start out with.
Right. Cool.
I thought it was a pretty cool idea because you really start. You make the map your own by basically no 2 people playing the map. With the number of field options you got and the number of farms and other things you got, you know, no 2 people could play the map the same. Everyone could play the map completely different.
That's pretty neat.
Kiwi Rob wants to know if you have a crush on Eustace Pharmer.
Eustace Pharmer?
Yeah, with all the starting tractors on Serenity Valley.
Oh, that was my favorite tractor at the time. That was before I learned how to mod vehicles.
Get rid of the GPS lines. Been cultivating this whole field and just ignoring the GPS lines that keep popping by. Stoppenbach is seasons prepared. Does have snow mask. There are random buildings around the map that you could store additional equipment in. But you better buy them because you're not storing anything in them until you own them. Zorly says he's about to hit summer on his 24-day play.
Nice.
I'm in day 11 of summer, and I don't have anything to do other than cut trees. So I probably won't have anything to do until late summer. And that's like 5 days away. So I got 5 days of tree cutting or 5 days of just fast forwarding ahead of me.
Oh, by the way, speaking of trees, you know, that caster log mod you were talking about, that placeable?
Yeah.
I looked at it, and you do have to put in either straw or wood chips to get logs out.
Oh, really?
According to the triggers. It's not something you just placed on the ground and it pops out wood logs.
Oh, okay.
You can put in just straw, you know, that you from your fields to get it up and running, or wood chips.
Oh. So in theory, somehow it compresses straw into logs.
Yeah.
Grand Thumb is in day 19 of summer. He's just chucking along. Some of these guys really move along. I don't know how far they are unless they either play an incredibly large amount or they just fast forward a bunch.
Skip through the nights.
Well, yeah, I'm skipping through the nights, but...
I'm just about done with number 7 over here.
Alright, well 8 and 10 are done.
Okay.
We did 9, so that leaves 11 there along the field. Hold this thing up. No fast forwarding for Grand Thumb, he just plays a lot. It's fine.
Way to do it. I started a 24-day season with Serenity Valley, and I just I'm playing it at 1x speed.
Oh my gosh.
But
you'll be forever.
It don't really bother me because I don't play it all the time.
Yeah.
Working on my new map and everything, and I don't like being rushed, you know.
Tweaking your truck.
Tweaking my truck. How big is field 11?
It's little. It's like 3 passes with this thing.
Well, you'll get a seeder then, and you want to put in some canola?
Let's fertilize first, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we need one more layer of fertilizer down first.
Yeah, we could fertilize. I'll join you once I get done this other field. Grand Thumb is doing wall folds. He's got a bunch of greenhouses down to give him some supplemental income.
Cool.
I'm not looking forward to logging, but I am eager to earn the money because I'm down to 600,000 after I bought me some cows and all the a sundry of equipment you need in order to feed the cows.
The cedars are up by the cow farm, right?
Yeah. There's two of our... Got a grass field over here, and we got two of our grain bins.
Fertilize what I need to do.
Oh, now it's funny. Cultivator just did a little hop walk because it opened up.
Oh. Don't let it get away from you now.
It's flying up the road.
Alright, let's get some fertilizer out.
Now, Duck Zorly said that it'll take you a literal year to... it'll only take you 96 days. I mean, if you played every minute of the day, it would only take you 3.5 months to finish. That's all you ever did, if you just left it run all the time. Yeah, it's going to take you like a year or more. But that's the speed that that Bipolar Prophet does. He likes to he wants to play basically real-time series.
I'm getting some fertilizer. I'll be right back.
All right.
Alright, I'm back. Fixing to go fertilize some fields.
We got Battery H in the house.
Hey, Battery.
How you doing there?
Evening.
I'm about done here, and then I'll have to fill up the truck.
Oh, the fertilizer tanker?
No.
Did I just empty it?
No, the tanker's still full. Not full,
Okay.
but still has a lot in it. I'll have to fill the other truck.
Okay.
Because I've fertilized a couple fields with Follow Me.
Right.
And that's very wasteful, because if a truck gets out of whack,
Yeah, it goes
he's
off and...
just dumping
Brand.
fertilizer while you're running over there trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we would stream tonight. I was trying to, I had to do a certain video for a certain map that just came out last night. And, I couldn't stream last night because I wanted to get that out for tomorrow. And I got some plans tomorrow that I'm thinking about doing something else. And Saturday is the Three Dudes streaming
Yep.
on West Coast
Coast.
server. So I figured I better get a day in here on Upper Mississippi River Valley, or we'd go a whole week without doing any farming on the map, and I don't want to do that. How you doing, Elroy? Elroy's doing a 24-day play also. Forget what map he's playing it on, but he's almost at the end of summer.
Cool.
Alrighty, let's park this here by the other cultivator and pick up the sprayer. He's in late autumn now.
Nice.
Yeah, I misspoke. That's what I meant, because I know that you just gave me the dates on the cheap pigs, and that was like day 19 of autumn. How much fertilizer's in this trailer? Oh, we still got 24 liters of fertilizer in this thing.
24 liters?
24,000.
Oh. Well, cool.
Elroy's doing Nagas Valley.
Nagas Valley.
Yeah, not another Goldcrest Edit Valley. That's what Nagas stands for.
Ah, gotcha.
The guy that did the map told me that when he started the map, that was a fun play on words, because most of the maps that were coming out were Goldcrest edits.
Yeah.
But
A ton of them.
but of course, by the time you finally got around to being able to release the map,
Yeah.
there was hardly, well, there's not a lot of there's still Goldcrest edits, but you know, they're not coming out like every 2 days another Goldcrest edit.
Right.
Like they were initially. So it's kind of a the name kind of lost its comedic factor because there aren't a lot of Goldcrest edits coming out anymore.
Yeah.
But it's still funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, once you know the joke, you get it.
There's still a lot of edits out there for Goldcrest Valley.
Yeah, yeah. It's just there for a long time. It's like every map that came out was, oh, it's just a Goldcrest edit. No.
Somebody make a new one.
Oh, this map, oh, it's Goldcrest.
Excuse me.
You get excited and then you see the town down in the corner, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Just that.
Been there, done that. Need something new.
"17 videos to push out in the next 35 days. That's where when you monetize with YouTube, you can schedule videos, and that is the best thing ever. Is you can get on a video production binge and produce a bunch of videos, upload them, and then just schedule them to release at whatever schedule you want.
Yeah.
Because,
nice.
you know, I think, Yeah, as far as the released videos go, I'm still back in like middle of spring on the 24-day play. But I just told you I'm in day 11 of summer. And the video for day 10 of summer won't come out until October 9th. So if I wanted to take a 3-week break and not do any videos, I could.
Right.
Still keep to the release schedule, but
that'd be boring.
yeah. Mark says you don't have to monetize to get scheduled. Okay. I thought you had to do monetizing to do scheduled, but if you don't, that's cool. I didn't recall seeing it as an option until I didn't monetize, but maybe they've changed that. Or maybe I just didn't do it right.
Whoa, see you coming there, buddy.
It's fine. I'm just picking up little bridges. Duck Zorly says you just have to have uploaded a certain number of videos.
Goodness knows you've uploaded plenty.
Oh yeah, I've got enough. Sure. But it's like the custom URL.
Yeah.
Now you've got to have 100 subs in order to get a custom URL.
Wow.
But
I wish I had 100. I'd like to have a custom URL.
I had a custom URL when I had 1 sub because I created my YouTube account back in, I think, 2009.
Right.
So I got in there before they changed the
rules.
So obviously I got, grandfathered in when they put the limit on there.
Cool.
And then I had seen where DoughBoy was talking about wanting his goal was to get to 100 so he could get his custom channel URL, and I was like, what? I don't need 100. I already got one. Why do you need 100 for? And then I went and looked it up, and that's their new policy.
Oh, yeah.
Or it might not be new, but that's the policy now.
Alright, you gonna pick up the tail end of that one?
Yeah, I'll pick up the tail end. We still got to get, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump over to number 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I really like this whole pig farm area, the whole fields,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
Set up pretty cool.
Because they just flow with the lay of the land, and the lay of the land definitely does not facilitate a flat or square field, that's for sure.
Well, very cool.
The mod author's got pretty imaginative eye for respect to elevations and stuff.
Yeah. Great job.
Cabin, see how dirty. We need to wash this stuff sometime.
That's something you could do off camera.
Can't see where. 'Cause
got that. I know I got that lower leg down there.
Yeah, I gotta go down here in order to get to these other fields.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or I drive off the ledge.
Don't do that.
Kind of drive over the ditch anyway.
Yep.
Mark says if you don't wash the John Deere, it'll catch fire.
Just saying.
Yeah. I was watching. Somehow YouTube suggested that I watch the very first episode of Old Ridge that Bipolar Prophet did. So I watched that video, and he talked about having this harvester that he didn't really like, but he was just going to use it anyway.
Yeah.
And then one of the recommended videos after I watched that one was a little short, like 3 or 4 minute video that he did, where he was calling the fire department because the harvester had caught fire and was burning out in the farmyard.
Yeah.
And he had, put, fake flames over the harvester showing it burning.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, that's one way to put into the storyline how to get rid of a harvester you don't like.
Yeah, burn it.
It just burned, and insurance gave me money, and I had to buy a new one.
Cool.
So Mark's comment about the John Deere burning made me think about that. So guys, once you bear through us fertilizing these fields, we're going to have some fun with the seeders. We're going to seed canola in field 9.
We'll be done with this fertilizing here before too long.
Battery says he wished he thought of that. Well, you could always use the plot.
Yep.
Always reuse it. Put your own spin on it, and it'll be your thing.
Yeah, there have actually been times where I've been driving around my area here in the south and have actually seen out in the pasture an old burned up, well not old, but a fairly new harvester case. Several, well maybe at least 2 or 3 of them, but they've all been case tractors, case combines.
Yeah, well, they get a lot of that fine dust in them.
Yep.
And that super fine dirt and dust. And the super fine plant powder, for lack of a better term. That stuff could flash on you if you had a spark or anything.
Right. Possible. Anything's possible.
Yep. Even if maybe it somehow got into a joint, and then just the friction and the heat could maybe flash it. Yep. Mark asks if that's why there's fire extinguishers on all the harvesters. That could very well be.
Could be, yeah.
Or the off chance that somehow you get a small fire ignited in your field of dry crop.
Yeah.
If you somehow cause a fire to get started in your field, you might have a chance to put it out before it grows. But you'd have to jump on it pretty darn quick.
Oh yeah, that dry crop goes up fast.
I was driving through the country to pick up my youngest because his daycare is out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of fields that had dry windrows of hay down.
Yeah.
And I was looking at them like, oh, they're going to be baling that. And it was like 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm like thinking they better start baling that because they don't want to leave that on the ground or it's going to get wet overnight.
Yep.
And about that time, I see a big old round baler, or what I think maybe was a big old square baler, come around the corner.
Oh heck!
And then the next day I go by and yep, there's no hay in the field, there's no bales in the field.
And got it up.
Yeah. Almost thought about picking the kid up and driving back and just park along the road and just letting the kid watch them bale.
No, that'd be cool.
But it wasn't on the way, so I'm like, well, I'm not going to go out of my way to do something stupid like that.
Okay, where are you at?
I'm about done field 10. I did 8.
Okay, 7's done.
So the only thing left is 11. That's probably one big loop, the reach of this thing, and then we'll be seeding.
Well, I'll go ahead and make my way over there. Knock out field 11.
Showing everybody the orange pole in the middle of field 10. Y'all have not seen this before. This is like a perforated PVC pipe that's been pounded down into the ground to aid with drainage. And map author basically has a small water plane here in the middle of this field. It's got a dip in it, and he's modeled in a drain pipe, drain standpipe that's in there.
That looks good too. That's imagination.
My youngest turns 4 on November 23rd. The lady told me today was Thanksgiving this year. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't looked at the calendar. But he was born, and then we celebrated Thanksgiving, I think, within a day or two of him being born. He had a little issue with maintaining his sugar levels because his mother had they call it gestational diabetes, which basically affects pregnant women. Some pregnant women get it, where they can't maintain their sugar levels while they're pregnant. And if you don't watch it very closely, it can be very, very deadly to both mother and child.
Right.
So when he was born, he wasn't able to keep his sugars up, and they had a hard time getting IVs in him because obviously he was young.
Right.
So there was a pretty stressful couple of days there.
Doubt.
And in Virginia, where we live, right on the other side of the mountain is a very, very well known hospital. It's associated with the University of Virginia.
Okay.
So I think Thanksgiving night, what we call the NICU ambulance came and picked him up and took him to the NICU emergency unit at UVA. So that's how we spent our Thanksgiving night 3 years ago, or 4 years ago.
Right.
So that was a rather stressful Thanksgiving.
No doubt.
And then
hopefully everything's under control.
Oh yeah, he's fine now.
Cool. Glad to hear that.
You know, we had a doctor later tell us when he was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, that if we ever had an issue that we were really worried about, don't even bring him to the local hospital. Just drive him straight to UVA because it's the best children's hospital in like 100 miles.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, we got LeBonner here in Memphis, which is close to me, and they do a lot of research there, and they help a lot of people out, children, and it's a pretty nice place.
yeah, their NICU unit, they have kids that are, they have preemies that are like, well, I don't know how many weeks, but they're up to like 3 or 4 months premature. They'll have babies that they can't be exposed to light because of their development. They can't be exposed to any light, so they're in incubators that are completely covered.
Right.
And it's really touching how they do it, because some of those kids will basically have a nurse that's dedicated to just them.
Oh, heck.
That's all they do, is their shift day in and day out is care for that one kid.
Wow.
Then, when the kid graduates out, then it's a big deal for a whole bunch of people.
Right.
But let's see here. 2 years ago, yeah, he was 1 when I bought my car, the car I got now.
Yeah.
A month after I bought the car, I look on the driver's door,
Yeah.
where they have the little placard that tells you where it was built and when it was built.
Mm-hmm.
It was built the exact same day he was born.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Wow.
not just the day, but the exact day,
Wow.
including year. So it's like,
You got 2 birthdays then.
yeah, so it's like, I was destined to own that car, because car and him share the exact birthday.
Wow. What field are you gonna hit first?
Oh, I thought we'd do the canola.
Okay. What field though?
Oh, 9.
Alright. Coming up to pick up the cedar. Be up there in a minute.
We're gonna need to go pick up seed.
We're not out of seed, are we?
The flatbed's empty, yeah.
It sure is. I just passed it. I can grab the truck. You want to buy some up? I'll grab the truck and go get it.
All right. So Battery says that the charity organization that he belongs to supports UVA Children's Hospital. That's pretty cool. Small world, it turns out.
Yep.
All right, let's buy up 10 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably 11. It's good. And we need fertilizer bags. Some big bags of fertilizer. Last time we bought totes of fertilizer, but the big bags are cheaper.
Okay.
Mark says he's going to need some mod suggestions if he ever decides to do a big map.
Mod suggestions.
Yeah, he likes little stuff. He's obviously seeing the big cedar here. He's seeing the big old, the big toys.
Right.
The big toys that the big boys play with.
Right.
All right. While I'm waiting on you, I'm just going to plant some random crop in field 11.
All right. Go back and pick up that flatbed.
There's not a lot we can plant until it warms up.
Gotcha.
Well, for anyone wondering where the cedars came from American Eagle's modding. Show you those. So, Big Bud has obviously this cedar, which is 18 meters, 450 horsepower. And the Seed Hawk, which is obviously 25.6 meters and 640 horsepower. Well, then you have this one, which is 22.5 meters. So it's a little smaller than the Big Bud Seed Hawk, but it only takes 400 horsepower. Then we have the little brother, the 14-meter cedar. Then this is what we're going to use when we get around to planting our corn. 18-meter wide corn planter. That is comparable to our 18.2 meter Great Plains. This is 280 horsepower. It's 250 horsepower. This one has the John Deere tax at 250,000 versus the Great Plains 142. That one, the John Deere one has the heads, each individual grain head is floating. So as you go over the bumpy field, each individual seed tote will go up and down on the cedar, so it's got really good animations on it. Of course, this tractor came from American Eagle's modding also. There's lots of nice John Deere tractors that come with this map in the mod pack.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I don't remember. I didn't spend much time looking at County Line to recall anything about the map myself. I felt there were enough issues with the map that I didn't want to bring it into the channel and show it off, but I don't think the issues that are in the map are necessarily game breaking. They were just a little problematic for what I wanted to do. So I don't know. I don't remember if there's any industry on County Line. I'm sure there is. If there isn't, you could easily add biofuel. Placeable.
You're at field 9?
Field 11. Yeah, but it's by field 9. I'll be done field 11 in about 20 seconds.
Alright.
Bringing the big cloths down.
Yeah, I was working on him. Bringing seed and fertilizer up right now.
See. I was just noticing you left the cloths on.
I left it running?
Yeah.
I'm bad about that. I don't keep the engine warm. Been sitting for a while. It needs to get warmed up.
Battery is involved in a video game charity. How does that work? Alright, I'll pull over here on the side of the field and fill her up.
You have to do it manually, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And pull it right up here out of the way a little bit. Go get my cloth. Get it down here.
Get unload center.
Oh, I done got out. My bad. You want to jump in and do it real quick?
Alright.
Sorry about that.
That's a nice camera that looks back on your load.
Yep, I like that.
I jumped
One
to that.
reason, one reason why I grabbed that truck, because of that.
Jumped to that camera by accident, and next thing I know, seeing the load plop down on the.
You can't rotate it or nothing, but it gives you a nice view when you're trying to hook one up. Hook up a trailer to it.
Realism is not a goal on this particular map. Hey, Delta Bravo, how are you doing?
Hey, Delta Bravo.
Making lovely eyes at me with lips and a tongue. It's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. Fertilizer action going on. Oh no, are you kidding me? Can't do fertilizer bags. Oh, are you joking?
Can't put fertilizer bags in there?
No, it looks like it doesn't take. I can hold the crate, the tote
Right.
over the auger, but the fertilizer bag's not emptying.
Won't dump in there. Oh, that ain't no good. Well, I got 17,000 liters, well, 1,700 liters of fertilizer, so I might be alright for a little while.
We'll use that in a different way since we can't sell them. I got 1,400 of fertilizer, so it'll work for now. That fertilizer goes a lot slower anyway.
Yep.
Just gonna spread my wings here.
What are you putting in? Canola?
Canola.
Alright.
I tried Art and it wouldn't take. Rockhound might try it and see if it takes anything, but thought I set the bag on top of the auger and hit R and didn't do anything. See what I can do. It's just right there. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Some with seed.
Yep.
All right. This Kloss in red really does look pretty.
Yeah, it does.
It's full.
Okay.
All right, get a fertilizer bag. I'm gonna and hold it over there, and I'll hit R.
All right. Oops.
It's not doing. What's up? Dang. There. Up. Started to fill on the top.
It did.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, it's not solid.
Oh, did it fall through?
No, it's I tried to walk up on top of the little arm that comes down,
Oh.
and I walked right through it. Didn't have collision on it. Over here by me. Can't get up there.
All right. Can't raise it up anymore. Oh, well, right there. Turn back. Turn back. Here we are.
I hear it.
There's the sweet spot.
Sweet. Well, ain't that nice enough? Another one?
Yeah.
Let me grab this one that's over here on the ground. There it goes. Yep, I can hear it.
Next time we'll get the totes again because they're easy.
Yeah. How full are we?
You're at 89. That's good enough.
Good enough.
I'll fill mine later.
All right. And we're going with canola, right?
Yep.
Canola it is.
All right. See you later, Delta Bravo.
See you, Delta.
Mark's reminding us that in game extension we could extend our grab reach. That would have helped too.
Yeah. That would be because it kind of grab it so close, it's hard to see when it starts pouring. But you can watch your counter. Can't believe it's almost been 2 hours already.
Yeah, we're probably seed this field and then we'll be done. All right, I'm gonna run down here and grab this little finger.
All
right. Britton J says, do y'all ever use the K100 truck and trailer? What's the K100 truck?
Kenworth? K100 Kenworth?
It says K100. That's not the black sheep modding truck, right? That's like a 950, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. It's not that cab over truck, is it?
I don't know. We gotta wait for chat to catch up.
Ah, it is the cab over truck.
I don't know.
That's what he said, yes.
He just said yes, but I think we asked like 3 questions. It's the Kenworth K100 Alphabet. Jane.
The bear.
Yeah, that is.
I don't know. BJ and the bear movie. So it is a cab over truck, yes, with the Aerodyne. I have that, and I actually tweaked that. I got it. I modded it. We haven't used it, but I need to make some updates with it. I can bring it into the map if Farmer Klein would like to. We can add that to the fleet. I have a custom version of that one.
I would love a decent cab over. I haven't found a decent cab over yet.
Well, the one I showed you, the one I originally started playing with, and then I switched to this Kenworth.
Yeah.
The one I got now. I didn't really get into doing any tweaking with the XML file on that one. Let me play with that one a little bit now that I know a little bit more about it.
All right.
And see if I can't improve on the thing I didn't like about it was the steering.
Oh, is the steering sloppy?
Yeah, the steering was sloppy on it, and so was the traction.
Yeah, when I say decent, I mean I think decent is a truck that one gets dirty.
Yep.
Too many of those pickups and semis are forever pristine showroom, shiny clean.
Yeah. They got to get dirty.
And then it's got to have something that doesn't accelerate 0 to 100 in 3 seconds.
Right.
And I like to drive when I'm on the road driving. I usually jump in cab. So, I like something with a decent res in cab.
Yeah, that K100 is a pretty. It's textured real nice inside, kind of, sort of. I like it.
Yeah.
I can put the passenger script in it and fix the steering on it. It should be a pretty decent truck. I've already got my logo on the side of it. That part's already done. I just got to tweak the XML file on it.
Yeah, but I've been wanting an old Mac cab over.
Yeah.
That I thought would look perfect as a farm semi.
Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of them around here. I found an old Mack truck, like from the movie The Convoy. I really like that truck. It handles real good, and I have to share that one with you too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tweak it though, because it already handles good. I'm not going to customize it or nothing.
I mean, I've got the B61, and that's the best old truck that I've found to date. Then I got a. Do I have it in here? Yeah. Yeah, the B61. That one I love that truck. It's got a nice cab. It gets dirty. It does everything.
Oh yeah, I saw you use that one on one of your Let's Play series or a tutorial or something like that.
And then the someone made it into a dump truck.
Oh heck.
And that's pretty nice. It holds 16,000 liters.
Nice. I was thinking about putting the oh, what's that? Hang on a second. I was thinking about putting the AR frame on the back of my Kenworth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Putting the AR attacher on it?
Yep.
Oh, there's Grandpa. I didn't even see Grandpa Gaming message in there. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Grandpa Gaming?
Yeah, Rubber Burner has the rubber duck thing.
Yeah. I'll get this section right here.
Okay.
Right in front of you. I got that little cove all the way down there at the bottom behind me.
All right.
That's done.
Oh, we got this bigger section up here.
Yep.
I haven't seen Grandpa Gaming. What do you? Oh no, that's not you. Sometimes in multiplayer, you like ghost and you stay where your avatar stays on the map when you're not there anymore.
Oh.
You'll see me drive through you in the stream
Oh,
because it shows you still standing along the edge of the field.
I see it now in the stream. I'm looking at it. I'm actually driving a tractor. Don't kill me. Oh no, you done pulled me up.
All right, see you later, Mark.
Take care, Mark.
I was gonna say, Grandpa Gaming. I haven't seen you do much. I haven't seen you do any farm videos recently. You've been doing a lot of other stuff. I think it's Empyrean Galaxy or something.
No, you don't see a lot of trucking companies, that's for sure. Looking at
Yeah.
Boston Space, there you go. You fixing to dial in a GPS?
I was just gonna freeform it.
Okay.
Done all this whole field freeform. I might as well just finish it off, right?
Finish it up, yep. Come up behind you and get the row next to you.
Now this map does kind of have it set up so you could do a transport company. They've got that that transport company logo on one of the trailers that's included.
Yeah.
And I think one of the semis that I don't have, I took it out of the mods folder because I didn't like it. But I think there was a Mac that had the same logo on the side of the door for that transport company. So in theory, you could have a bunch of trailers and a bunch of those trucks and do that.
Yeah.
I didn't like the truck because it didn't have any interior.
Oh, heck. No, you can't have a truck with no interior.
It looked great if you drove it third person, but if you jumped in cab, it was just a big black space.
Like you're sitting on a milk crate?
Yeah, I mean, it was just black. No
That's
steering
awesome.
wheel, nothing. It was just wasn't there.
Wow.
So, if you're a gamer that never goes first person, you're always, third person for everything, or driving, driving from above and behind, then it wouldn't matter. But things like this, I go above and behind so I can see where the edge of the implement is.
Right.
But if I'm just driving around on the road, I'll typically just jump in cab because I won't get all squirrely that way.
Right.
Yeah, Robert, I noticed that the OBS screen that I've got up on my side monitor, I noticed it may have been black, and then all of a sudden I saw the picture pop back in it. I don't know what's going on with that. Really wide implement. You really don't have a frame of reference as to how far the implement extends.
Yeah, when you're riding in cab.
All right, guys. So we're gonna that's gonna basically wrap up the stream. We're gonna finish the field off here, and then call it quits. It's close to the 2-hour mark that we. Oh, we smack.
Yep.
It's close to the 2-hour mark that we shoot for on these videos.
Went by quick too, didn't it?
Yep. What is today? Wednesday. Tomorrow I might be doing something else. Friday, I'm not sure on right now. We might stream this map on Friday. Look for a schedule notice to pop up sometime Friday if we do. And Saturday I'll definitely be streaming on the West Coast map over the 3 Dudes server. Just a reminder, if anyone wants to do play along, if anyone wants to join me in a multiplayer session, you are more than welcome to do so over at the 3 Dudes multiplayer server.
I'll probably be there.
So I'll be online streaming from there Saturday evening. To join that, all you've got to do is be a member of the 3 Dudes network. And that's easy enough. You just sign up the forum. There's a post on the forum that has all the information on where to go to get the mods for the server, all the connection information. Then it's an open server for anyone to join and participate in. If you're streaming, we do ask that you remember that some children like to watch our streams, and try to keep our language to
rated G.
Nice levels. G, PG for me. Yeah. Instead of saying bad words, you might say, "Gosh darn, that thing to happen."
Agreed.
Or heck, what'd you do that for?
Yeah.
You know.
But no R.
Yeah, that's definitely not what we're shooting for.
No, we're adult gaming, clean language.
Strap this. Straps. See straps. Where's the strap? Alright, now we got the load strap. They're not gonna fly over the map when we next time.
True.
Oh, there's your truck.
Got it back. Run right over me. I wish I could get the dang passenger script. If you look at the windows now, the windows look better. They're all got the reflection map on it.
I saw that, and I saw on I saw you did a little there's some bubbles in your film on the driver's on the windshield. Yeah, as if when you put the blackout film, there's some bubbles there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Somebody didn't squeegee that out good enough.
Yeah, you didn't squeegee it out good enough. So yeah, so Saturday evening we'll be doing the multiplayer over at 3 Dudes on the West Coast. Who knows what the heck needs done? I know the guys that have been on there fairly regular have been doing a whole ton of harvesting and planting. By the time Saturday comes around, whatever's been planted is probably going to be needing to harvest again. Or we might have to find some big M's and mow some grass and everything.
You got to get some grass up for the cows and the pigs.
Last time we were on the server, we saw Duck Zorly doing donuts with his big M.
That's right. That was funny.
He was so excited. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming out and watching. And I hope you all enjoyed it.
We had fun.
Yep. Are you going to do a jump?
No.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. This terrain's pretty rough on my truck.
I had the center of gravity dialed in there for a while.
All depends on how you hit it.
Whoa, I just...
Bye-bye.
Alright, well with that, he's rolling off to his doom. So with that, thanks for watching, guys. Till
Y'all
next
have a good
time,
night.
happy
Bye.
farming.